sacked Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan has described the reasons for firing him as absolute nonsense. Gordhan also said that the report stated false allegations that he, among others, was involved in a massive conspiracy to undermine the country's economy.
Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan and his deputy Mcebisi Jonas are among ministers sacked by President Jacob Zuma. This follows a reshuffle of the cabinet late midnight. Gordhan now rubbishes the report allegedly used by President Jacob Zuma to show him the door.
This is not the basis upon which you fire, inverted commas, or release from their responsibilities, which is a more polite way, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, of saying it, a Minister of Finance and a Deputy Minister of Finance. South Africans who are watching and South Africans who will hear about this will commend the Deputy Minister for his stance earlier last year in saying that he was offered a bag of cash. Now, if you do commend him, you can clap.
Members of the ruling party and opposition have also expressed their anger over the president's decision.
My strong objection to the removal of the Minister of Finance and his deputy is being based on spurious allegations, and that is the basis of my objection. And I told the president so, that I would not agree with him on his reasoning to remove the Minister of Finance. And I told him that this I would articulate publicly.
The South African president also made a number of other changes in the cabinet. Vic Chege, CGTN.
Now, to discuss this further, we are joined by Angelo Coppola, who is standing by live in Johannesburg. Angelo, the opposition party members, DA, were on their way to court to block the swearing-in ceremony of these new ministers. Did they ultimately succeed?
Well, the case was slightly delayed this afternoon, and then when it was heard, the judge ruled that the swearing-in ceremony would have no impact on the cabinet reshuffle, so it failed. The swearing-in went ahead a little less than an hour ago, and that's at least for the new ministers, and that was at the President's official residence in Pretoria. It's just another in a long series of legal challenges that the opposition parties are attempting in their strategy to get either the party or at least its president, that's President Zuma, to be held accountable for their actions. Just yesterday, the EFF lodged an action at the Constitutional Court, in fact, to force the Speaker of the House to discipline or impeach the president for his actions around his Nkandla homestead. The DA also is asking the Speaker of the House to reconvene Parliament urgently and not wait until it goes back officially in May, so that they could have a vote of no confidence and have a debate around that. The Speaker obviously is still waiting, and she's supposedly applying her mind to the matter. So lots of legal challenges, and it seems that this is not going to end anytime soon.
Now, Angelo, it would seem that all is not well within the ruling party following President Zuma's move and the instant reaction that we saw. So what should we expect in the next few weeks?
Well, those divisions became very clear this morning. Firstly, the ANC's General Secretary, Gwede Mantashe, announced publicly that he felt really uncomfortable about the decision that was taken, and he says, and I quote, "It felt to him that he wasn't consulted on the changes but rather informed." A few hours later, as you heard earlier, surprisingly to many people, the Deputy President came out saying that the sacking of Gordhan and Jonas was unacceptable. He apparently told the President this, and that he would be quite public about it. On the other hand, the ANC Women's League and the Youth League backed the President's reshuffle, although cautiously. Analysts, of course, and commentators are now not sure what's going to happen, but it's increasingly evident that the battle lines have been drawn, and it's likely to get even more nasty. Maya?
Angelo, thank you very much for that update. CGTN's Angelo Coppola joining us live from Johannesburg.